is time for some more Heroes of the Storm. Today, I'm once again gonna go ahead and play with a random hero, because last time I did that, we were awarded with the MVP of the match. Oh, we got a match. Let's see who we're gonna get. Oh, we got good old Muradin, the Mountain King. Nice. Now, as some of you may be aware, Muradin is actually one of my absolute favorite characters in the game. I haven't been playing him as much as of late, but whenever there's like a tank that we need, I tend to lean towards Muradin just because I feel really comfortable with him, and he's one of my highest level heroes in the game. Now we gotta be a little bit careful. We're going up against heroes such as Thrall, so I'm thinking also there's gonna be an Alarak there, or not an Alarak, sorry, an Anubarak. So we'll have to make sure that we at the very least stay relatively safe here. I'm probably going to need a little bit of help though, because there's gonna be two heroes right here in the top lane. So you know what I'm gonna be playing? I'm gonna be focusing on a build that is going to be good against melee heroes like the ones that we are facing off against right now. Obviously, we'll have to be relatively careful here. I'm hoping that one of my allies is indeed going to be joining in, just because I'm going to have a hard time here. I already needed to drink from the fountain, but here's what we can do. We can try and not take damage here for a little bit, and obviously then my passive will start kicking in, at which point we can be rather helpful. Anyhow, sadly, none of my allies decided to help me out here. Generally speaking, on this map, it's very useful if you have two heroes in the top lane right from the beginning, because the very first towers are always going to spawn in the top and the middle. Guys, I'm still going to need some help. Hoping here that one of my allies is indeed going to be coming in, but sadly, it looks like we're going to be giving up this tower. Now, one thing that you may notice here, right from the get-go, is that I am indeed playing Quick Match. Now, Quick Match is very much so a hit-or-miss scenario. I mean, I've been pinging for help here for a little while, and sadly, none of my allies apparently cares enough to try and indeed help out. That's okay. As long as we don't randomly die, generally speaking, we should be okay, but we're still going to be losing quite a little bit of, you know, of the progress that we have made so far. I'm just simply going to start hitting a new wreck, though. In a one-on-one engagement, I'm almost always going to be winning against him, in particular at this point in the game. He's actually overextending quite aggressively. He's going to be forced to boost out of there. So far, this game is not looking all too amazing just yet. And the middle pawn is also not in our favor, nor are we soaking experience from bot. So this is looking a little bit risky here. Anyhow, I'll go ahead here and pick the Reverberation. One of the main reasons why, you know, we are playing against melee heroes that is such a good talent. Increases duration of attack speed reduction of my W ability. Which is going to be obviously the Thunder Strike, is that what it's called? Thunder Clap. Alright, close enough. Anyhow, I'm a little bit low right now, but I've still been soaking experience, right? And while we have lost 2 of the towers, we haven't quite lost the fort yet. So hopefully we're going to be okay. We have done a little bit of damage, but as long as we're soaking from the different lanes, eventually we can still be okay in this, right? Lucky for me though, Asmodan is currently spawning some minions in this lane, and he is indeed going to join in. Hopefully help us out. Hoping there that I could stun him so he would still be hit by that ball, but sadly not quite. It's okay though. It's okay. Now, I gotta be careful here. Ideally, we do start pushing in the tower. Yeah, I'm a little low in mana. Don't entirely know where all of the heroes are at, but currently Alarak is soaking bottom lane, which is gonna give us a lot of additional experience, which is very good. Not too worried right now about Thrall, as he is out of, you know, out of mana. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just back up here for a second as well. Anubarak also dying. Very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and I could pick the Stormbolt though. I could pick the Stormbolt. There's a couple of different options that we can pick. I could also go ahead and pick the Ironforge Momentum. Basic attacks reduce the ability cooldown, which is very helpful. It's gonna allow me to do more basic attacks, right? Or more W's against the heroes. No, actually. You know what? I usually play the Piercing Bolt here, and I've done so for far too long. Let's go ahead and pick the Ironforge Momentum. Very helpful talent. As always, if you are interested in the build that I'm running with, I will leave that down below in the description of the video, so you can go ahead and check those out. And you can see, like, we are going to be capable of hitting a lot more enemies this way. We just have to be careful that we don't, you know, eat through all of our mana too quickly. We will heal up rather easily. We just have to be, a little careful. Okay, I'm going in. Asmodan is coming in here eventually, but he's not here just yet. Okay. I don't know if they're gonna be attacking me. I'd be okay with that. Yeah, Alarak is. I'm just simply trying to tank the damage, right? That's kind of my goal here. Not really my goal to hit one specific target. Although, I gotta be careful if I don't have enough mana here to use my Dwarf Toss. And so far, they're actually not grabbing the objective either. They're just simply hanging out there. Okay. As long as you have that ability ready to go, generally speaking, you can still stay in. I'm gonna back up real quick just because I don't want to die, and this fight is probably going to go on for a little bit longer. Gotta try and soak up once again. But I am heading back. I am heading back. Ooh, please don't die. Please do not die. Nice little pushback right there by our Oreo. Doing a lot of work. I'm gonna be in here in just a minute, but sadly, they seem to be caught in a corner. Relatively bad positioning there is gonna... Oh my god. Yeah, it is sadly going to kill all of our allies there, and I don't think we're gonna be capable of holding on to that objective anymore. I may very well have to just simply leave here as well. They did just manage to get a full charge off of that. Alright. You guys, leave my friend alone. That's my friend. Get your own friends. If you want to have friends, that's fine by me. Dude, no! Alright. I'll have to avenge him. Oh, I'm not going to. Ah! Man, I tried my very best. Tried my very best there to keep everyone alive. And in the end, I think I made the correct call there by leaving that fight initially. Just because everyone was going to end up falling there anyway. And they needed someone to back up on. But sadly... oh man. Sadly, a lot of the aggression still ended up doing a lot more damage than was necessary. And now they've got also their level 10 talents, obviously. It's going to make it way easier for them to do quite a bunch of work. And that is indeed going to, once again, do a whole lot of damage to us. And while we are holding on reasonably well so far, they are definitely at a bit of a level advantage. I don't want to let you leave, dude. No intention of letting you leave. Obviously, we do pick the Avatar. Avatar is probably one of the best ultis in the game. Very, very helpful. Okay. We should probably try and stay together. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. Generally speaking, in quick match, staying together is one of your better options. Just because, well, team communication is going to be difficult either way. We don't really need to be attacking here. Let's just take it easy. I can rain some damage if I want to, but I don't really need to get too aggressive. Let's go ult top. Let's go ult top. I'll just start calling here, I suppose. Do you think they're still gonna fight? No, I don't think they're gonna fight, right? Alright. Asmodan, can you go? I don't know if Asmodan's gonna do anything this game. Oh, there he is. Nice. Okay. Sadly, I was hoping that my allies would join me in the top lane as well. Obviously, once again, this is going to be quick match. Which will sometimes make it difficult for that to happen, but I think we're okay here. I'm gonna have to soak some... I'm gonna have to let Asmodan soak a little bit here. Just because we are going to be getting quite a lot of HP back in a couple of seconds because of that third wind buff we took at level 1. Good. Sadly, 2 of my allies are still in the bottom lane. And we're in a very, very scary scenario now. Where I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot. And sadly, I think this is also going to kill me here. At the very least, eventually. Yep. That's a shame. Okay, so I did just spawn once again. I think we're just going to give up the top lane. Because by the time I'm there, we're already losing it. Guys, leave. Just take bot. Just take bot now. Because the issue here is that once I'm there, that temple's already going to be dealt with anyway. And I think we're going to get more value out of taking the bottom lane. They've got another talent here as well, right? Which is going to make it just infinitely more difficult. Okay, stay together, guys. It would be so much easier if we do stay together. Is he really going to fight me in one-on-one? You think he can? I don't think he can. Not entirely sure where the enemies are currently at, though. Just going to make it more difficult for me. I don't really want to put my ulti here, though. I can, obviously, if we need to. But I don't want to give him any unnecessary charges as well. Alright, fine. We'll go ahead and pick the healing static. I'm gonna need some healing, though. Don't know where Ariel is at. Oh, Ariel's actually going to the middle lane. I thought she was gonna join up with us as well. At least that would make a lot of sense. Okay, she's coming in right now. There she is. It's got no energy, though. I am full of health once again because of that beautiful third wind talent. And once again, they're giving up the bottom tempo here, just in an advantage to fight against us. Now, I'm trying my very best to soak as much damage as I can, and that's really what I'm focusing on in this game as well, right? Whenever you're in a match where your teammates aren't necessarily listening to you, which happens all the time to me, just as much as it does to other people, right? Whenever I'm in these kind of games where the teammates don't seem to be necessarily listening or, you know, wanting to play a good match, it usually is not even that bad of a choice to just simply focus on your own objectives and, like, try and do as much tanking as possible. Now, we are gonna have to walk into the objective, because otherwise... Oh, man. Ah, no way. Otherwise, they're just simply gonna get way too big of an advantage, and already they're getting a couple of levels ahead on us, which is just going to be so difficult for us to complete. I'm gonna try and walk around here. Once again, that third wind talent helping out a amazing amount. Alright, here. We'll start complementing good moves for the team, okay? We'll start complementing good moves of the team here instead, but we can still win. Let's group up. Walk S5, okay? I'm hoping that one of my allies wants to communicate as well, to hopefully make it a little easier. I'm just gonna start pinging like mad as well. I'm that guy, guys. Whenever I'm in a match that I want to win, I'll be that guy. I'll be that guy. I'll start pinging like mad just to try and get the team organized. Alright, here we go. Good. Here, I'll give him some smileys as well. Positive reinforcement, guys. That's the way to do it. If you're gonna shit talk your team, I know a lot of you will probably do that at some point. At the very least, also point it out when something nice happens, okay? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that minimap. People are moving together. That's exactly what we wanted initially, right? Which is good for us. I am currently feared, so that kind of sucks. Forced to put my ulti here. Okay. Did manage to get a nice little push on him. But I am very low myself. Don't want to end up dying here. Ah, Oreo, can I get some heals, please? Oh man, he's actually going for the... Oh no, oh no, oh no. He actually did go for the teleport or for the heal right there, which is reasonable for us, but this is starting to look a little scary. I'm not gonna be able to kill that either. I'm not going to be able to kill that either. And sadly, I think they're once again going to be able to, at the very least, push us reasonably well. Ah, nice move. Nice move there by their Anubarak. Temples are active once again, though. That was a 2-for-2 trade. That's better than some of the other moments we've had. All mid. I'll just put it as a question mark. I'm coming mid right now as well. It's gonna take us a little bit of time. Sadly, bottom lane is being pushed in very aggressively. I think Anubarak, or rather our a big dude is gonna be able to deal with that, right? Oh, dude. Oh, he didn't throw it at the minions. All right, it's fine. We're gonna go ahead, and what are we gonna pick here? I'll pick the Stoneform. It's because extra healing is never going to hurt anyone. Sadly, a lot of the damage immediately does come in here. Man. Karazim is hitting them like crazy. And sadly, the healer is running away from the team. Generally speaking, disengaging as a healer is obviously difficult, but usually walking away from the team when you have very little escape is not it. Okay. They do have the top lane right now as well, so this is gonna do a lot of work to them. And so far, this game is looking a little bit messy and a little bit out of our reaches, you know? Like, we've been trying our very best here to stay alive, and while we're still okay, and we haven't quite lost yet, slowly but surely they are pushing us in. And yeah, bottom lane is still being pushed in as well by a camp. You know what? Guys, can we group up? Okay. Okay, we have to go in though. Because otherwise we're just gonna end up losing the match right here, right now. Well, not necessarily right here, right now, but you get the idea. We really need to focus on Lieutenant Morales more as well, sadly. Obviously, very difficult to communicate here once again. There we go, that's it. Good job, good job, good job. Those are the kind of moves that we need. Oh no, so much damage output though of the enemies. And once again, gonna activate all the healing that I have, and while we do get some nice, you know, pushes in here that are gonna do some work to us, the double support team that they have right now is turning out to be a little much. Okay, well, at the very least I got one. Really? Really? Oh man, I'm gonna need some help though. I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not gonna be able to do that, sadly. Not by myself, and at the same time, they managed to wipe our team, and it's gonna make, you know, at least our core very, very vulnerable. There's still, you know, one keep up for us, but I think we still have one chance. We still have a single chance We can still win. Let's group together. Okay. Now, I feel like a broken record saying that, but it feels like it's just me communicating, right? Oh, no. Oh, no. This is not good. This is not good. There's a boss in the bottom lane. There's a boss in the bottom lane. Please, please don't stay there, my friend. Oh, no. This is going to be very difficult. We still got a reasonable level, but we're going to need to get a crazy engagement off if we want to obtain a victory here. That boss is going to solo the core just by itself. We got a group of minions joining him in as well, which is unfortunate for us. And I'm afraid that this alone is already going to be a little much, let alone the other camps that are currently doing, as well as the, you know, the fact that the bottom lane is currently ready to push in. Okay. Well, at the very least, the boss is dealt with. They're not currently capturing the objective, which is good for us. I was forced to pop my ulti there, just to try and, you know, keep them at bay. Man, the focus is all over the fucking place. It's insane. Ah, they don't even need the bottom camp at this point. They're not really going to need the bottom camp at this point, because sadly, they're just simply going to be able to clean up the core just like this. And while we fought valiantly and we have tanked a ton of damage, sadly, it's not quite enough to obtain the victory. But hey, we can't win every one of them. Let's see if we at the very least do show up. Yeah, there we are. Look at that. We got 36% of the team's damage soaked. So at the very least, we did that reasonably well. But I'm going to go ahead and upvote their Gul'dan as well, because he did indeed play very well. Now, of course, we can't win every single one of them. And honestly, it's just the nature of the beast. Generally speaking, it's going to always try and make you lose as many matches as you are winning as well. So usually it's trying to go for like a one-on-one ratio or so. And if you are winning more games than, you know, you are losing, generally speaking, it's going to allow you to group up with stronger allies as well as with more powerful opponents as well. So generally speaking, you know, you're going to have to suffer some losses as well in order to obtain some victories in the future. Either way, though, I do still think we played a pretty solid game. If you have a quick look at statistics, hero damage-wise, I mean, that never really was our goal, right? That's not really what we were trying to achieve. But if you look at our roll, you can see that I tanked 83,000 of the damage here, which is actually quite a little bit. I'm pretty proud with the way that all turned out, because we did make sure that the team was alive for a little bit longer. And while I did miss a couple of my hammers, I mean, my build that I was running here, once again, I'll leave that down below as well. The build that I was running here was just meant for survivability, as well as upgrading my Thunderclap, right? I didn't even pick the level 7 talent to get me additional storm bolts in. So all things considered, I'm pretty happy with the way this game turned out. Even though it's a loss, I will still call it a victory in my book, because I'm happy with the end result. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't already, hit that like button, and if you want to see more, do make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. But other than that, I hope you have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I will see you in the next one.